Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Michael Hartofolis. Michael Hartofolis is the founder and CEO of Howl, a community safety app. Before Howl, Mike founded the alternative energy company Greenlight Energy at just 24 years old, which has grown from New York to 8 U.S. states since 2010. Following his early success, Mike sought out to create an app that could connect neighbors to their community with local, relevant, and urgent information without the spam, ads, and other distractions that plague other neighborhood forums. With that goal in mind, Howl launched in 2021, with usership increasing across Long Island and beyond ever since, boasting powerful moderation tools and a voice-activated alert system to alert one's pack during emergencies. Howl helps neighborhoods look out for each other and protect their families. Well, good afternoon, Mike. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for hosting me.
I appreciate you jumping on, Mike. This is great. We want to hear a little bit about you and your story and what you're doing in your career. So we're going to jump right into the questions and talk first about your career as a serial entrepreneur. And now you're the founder and CEO of Howl. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Sure. Yeah. So thanks very much. I've worked for myself my entire life. I owned an insurance brokerage out of college and then parlayed that experience into owning an alternative energy company for the last 11 years. So, these were relatively established markets. I understood the market opportunity and the path forward was pretty clear. However, with, Howl's, this community alert network that we're just launching now, that was born very much out of a personal experience, which kind of compelled me to take the leap into this new tech industry. So that personal experience was that my wife and I, we lost sight of our 2-year-old daughter, Annie. She wandered out of the house, off the property, and it took about 25 minutes to find her and at the pool gate of a distant neighbor's yard. So, you spend the first 15 minutes sprinting from yard to yard, looking for her, then realizing you need help fast. So we called police, we called family and friends. But reality was they weren't nearby. We needed the help of our neighbors, but we didn't have access to them. We did not have any contact information. We knocked on a couple doors, one of which, a neighbor popped out. And they sprung into action. And it was like, nice to meet you. We lost our 2-year-old daughter. But they were happy to help. They were in the position to help. So that's what Howl does. It connects people on a street in an emergency when it's important, when it's local. So we're able to connect people that are in the position to help and want to help you when you're in need. So again, we found my daughter. But but had we had access to our neighbors, we could have done it much quicker. So that's what Howl does.
That's great that you, number one, found your daughter. But yes, I'm glad you're working on something like this. I think our children are our most precious things in this world, and it's so important. So I'm glad you found something that you're really passionate about and obviously is going to help a lot of people in the world. So thank you so much. So
thank you.
Mike, let's talk a little bit about the pandemic. It's starting to lift. Hopefully people will go back to normal and we've got this figured out for the future, right? But what are your plans for business growth going forward? And will it be any different than the last 15 months?
Right. Well, as a startup, it's great to have everybody back in the office. It's a very collaborative environment in our office. Like, we have a very small team. Everybody's input is valued. So it's, you can't really ideate and collaborate or talk out loud on Slack or even Zoom. You need to be in the same office, especially for me, who will just air out ideas, and I need somebody chiming in and to kind of carry it forward. So just having, now that restrictions have been lifted, everybody's back in the office. It's a different atmosphere. Stuff gets done at a faster pace, and it just kind of realigns everybody. We're all sharing the same mission. We're vested, so it's good to see facial expressions, excitement. And that's really driving us forward.
The fact that, we all had to make these pivots and shifts, but, when everybody comes together, employees, owners, everybody, it has made a huge difference during this particular challenging time. So thank you for sharing. Mike, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack. Is there anything you can share with us today?
Yeah, so I shared a little bit about our community alert network, engaging neighbors, but we also we have a personal alert. So we integrate with voice assistants like Alexa, Google Home, Siri to making sure my Alexa doesn't go off. But so in the event of an emergency, medical emergency, home intruder, anything like that, where you need to communicate instantaneously with emergency contacts, you can do so through Alexa, Google Home, Siri. So a simple voice command will sound an alarm and notify emergency contacts. So that's a free service we provide within the app. And, we think it effectively replaces, other products like Life Alert that is relatively expensive. And, our thinking is that we want to make safety accessible. So most of these technologies are already in the home. A lot of people have these Alexa voice assistants. So we love the idea of leveraging them to serve as a emergency response product.
That's great. And I'm glad that a lot of this technology now is really accessible anywhere in the home, especially. So that's awesome that we're leveraging that today. So Mike, can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in tech or entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I would say from my own personal experience, I didn't have a background in tech. And for anyone that has an idea for an app or any kind of technology, I would say you want to connect with somebody that's aligned in your mission. I mean, somebody, an engineer that shares your vision and could kind of be by your side through the initial phases, because you do not want to outsource development if you can't gauge or track productivity, because you'll get taken advantage of if you outsource it to an app developer or anything like that. You need somebody in-house that shares your vision and can handle the engineering side. So that was something I learned, thankfully, pretty quick, and we were able to build a team in-house to kind of to drive the platform forward.
Great. And I've heard that a lot is, you have a better product, you have a more engaged team when you do have employees or team members that share your same vision. So I do appreciate that. And Mike, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Same to you. Thanks very much.
Bye for now.